We're
here, Kevin.
Yeah, we're here. Hi. Sorry, my headphones weren't working. What's up? Welcome to Single Plan Podcast, guys. Another episode. It's another Monday. I'm Kevin. I'm, as always, here with Russ.
Kevin, that was a great intro. The last one, every now and then that happens. There's the intro in our start is bumpy.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I think it was perfect.
Yeah, no, I think that one went really
it's
well.
Like you've been practicing nights and weekends.
Yeah, actually, the more I practice, the worse it is normally.
That's what
we
I
have that
found.
same issue. We've talked about that before.
But we are back. We missed last week.
Yeah.
You and I had a financial situation that we had to deal with.
Yeah, we had to deal with it.
And
it was dealt. And it was dealt with.
It was dealt with.
It was dealt with.
That's
hopefully we'll have to deal with it again.
Pain in the ass, but yeah, sometimes that's just the kind of stuff you got to do.
Yeah, it's adult stuff, grown-up stuff.
But we are back today.
Yes, we are.
And Kevin, I was super busy last week. The Jackson County Fair, and of course, the Jackson GOP had a fair booth down there. And yes, I am not in charge of the fair booth. Someone else took care of it.
Yeah, but you're still, at the end of the day, you're in charge of all of
it. Let's talk about the fair. So yes, Karen and the volunteers handled the fair. We had guys setting it up. We had volunteers to work it. We had guys set up to take it down. Beautiful.
Right.
Okay. So the fair started Sunday. Monday, the fair. The phone rings. Ring, ring. John James. Wasn't John James. John James's campaign. Hey, Russ, can we do a meet and greet in your suite Saturday? I said, what Saturday is that? What Saturday in September would you like? No,
like today.
this week's Saturday. And I was like, well, of course you can.
Yeah.
But we are not ready because all of our stuff, everything we own is at the fair, and our volunteers are at the fair. They're like, don't worry, Russ, we'll handle everything. Your guys' suite is beautiful. It doesn't matter if you guys got, everything set up or not. And it doesn't work that way, Kevin.
Yeah, no, it never does.
So, all right, the volunteers of the Jackson GOP are not just going to let you come in here without their touch to it.
No, I can't see Judy letting that happen.
Judy and Karen, that's impossible.
Jackie,
that's impossible.
Any of them. Really.
No, they're not going to let that happen. Plus, those campaigns don't realize we don't own all the tables. We have to get additional tables from the Commonwealth and set up the chairs. Yeah. And those women are not going to allow table covers not to be on the tables. And place settings and all that stuff.
The John James people aren't going to go without.
So, right now they think you just walk in and it's not that turnkey is what I'm getting. It is.
Well, they know. They just don't care.
They don't care.
Okay.
But anyway, so I put that in the lap of Corrine. She is the chair of the precinct delegate subcommittee.
Okay.
Because it really should have went to another subcommittee, but they're busy.
Right.
And Corrine got with Judy and Marilyn Acton, and they set it up. We got some tables up here. So the place looked great. And John James says, yeah, we're buying breakfast. We'll buy all the food.
I love breakfast.
I said, so, hey, we don't got to worry about none of that. No, just make some coffee and get some water out there.
Right.
So, okay, we can handle that. All right, the event was beautiful. It was a great event. But this is how they fed us. They bought boxes of mediocre bagels, threw them on the table that had included no cream cheese, no nothing, just
dry bagels.
Just chewy ass bagel. I couldn't even. They don't care, and so I would not call it a breakfast. Now that being said, John James rocked it. He brought his lieutenant governor pick, Jay DeBoyer.
Okay, I
like Jay a lot. I followed Jay on Facebook and some of his stuff in the state house for a very long time, but I've never met him.
Right,
down to earth. I like the guy. I think it enhances the ticket. John and Jay are not the same people.
Right, that's good though. That's good.
And John James worked the room really well because I've had complaints. I've noticed John doesn't like to work the room.
Right.
Mike Rogers didn't like to work the room in 2024. But let me tell you, Mike Rogers works the room now.
Well, 2024 didn't end
So
well.
I hope that the John learns to be like Mike Rogers at working the room. But he came to Jackson, he worked the room, did all those pictures. Everybody's all excited. I don't know, 125, 130 people.
Hell
maybe more in here. There was no registrations. You just walked in. So I had no idea how many people there.
Yeah.
Every seat was full.
Well,
and we have a lot of seats.
Yeah, I mean, what the capacity is here, like 500?
437.
Yeah.
Listen, we've never come close to 437.
No.
We've did a couple hundred in this room.
Yeah.
That is the problem that sometimes I get on the haters on Facebook when I show a picture of 150 people in this room. Well, where's everybody at? It's a massive space.
Well, we place we both worked at, we had that issue. Remember the giant place, even when it was busy, it looked like it was empty.
In the bar business, you're better off with a smaller venue.
Yeah.
Because it looks fun and busy. Those bigger venues.
Maximize seating.
But it was a great event.
Yeah.
John is, and I've always said this, John James is a great presenter behind the microphone. He knows how.
Yeah, that's the only way I've known him.
He knows how to rally the troops.
That's
one-on-one. Needs to work on that.
Yeah.
But
I also heard, I mean, I've heard he's pretty friendly at these events where if you
guy.
approach him and like ask for a picture, he does.
Oh, and he'll answer the question. Matter of fact, at his presentation at the Jackson GOP Saturday, he did his spiel, and he goes, my staff doesn't like this, but I'm going to open it up to questions.
Oh, I'm a staff.
And he took questions from the floor, about 6 or 7 of them, and responded beautifully.
Hey.
And you could tell his staff all over this.
Oh yeah, he had a campaign manager that was just cursing.
Now, John, he might be a good judge of character, because I was raising my hand. He
said, no, not you.
I would have been nice.
Maybe they were plants.
I knew a couple of them, but they could be plants. We've learned what plants are lately.
We have.
You never know.
You never know.
But anyways, he chose, that person. So I think he knew how to choose friendly faces.
Yeah.
But it could have been any damn question.
Yeah, they could have asked the friendliest face could ask the worst question.
John did great. Then he left here. Well, he left the presentation and did a Fox News interview right here in the Stick to the Plan or the Grandma's Boy Media Production Studio, right here in our studio. We thought we might make the big time.
No.
He did the Fox News interview from our studio.
Yep.
Funny question or funny statement. He goes, his staff, hey, Russ, do you got a quiet space somewhere where John James can do a Fox News interview right after the presentation? I go,
I may know a place.
We have a podcast studio.
This might be the quietest room in this building.
We did that on purpose. Remember, we almost put it across the hall.
Yeah, but we didn't want to bug
the massage lady.
Yeah, because the walls here apparently made of paper.
On that side, they're bad.
Yeah.
This is a good room for that.
Yeah, no, it's perfect.
I called you on the phone, Kevin. Our studio might make the big time, Fox News.
Yeah.
Maybe our banner will be in the background.
Yeah. I was like, oh, cool. Yeah, whatever.
It was not.
No.
They even untaped the green screen.
Yeah, they fucked my shit up. a little bit, just enough to irritate me. Like move my keyboard. Nothing major.
They wedged John into the corner, so it was just a white wall, and he did the interview.
Yeah,
you would not have known that he was in the
but
Stick to the Plan podcast studio.
I kind of almost expected that.
Only
because that and the news stations aren't going to want that.
I guess not.
I'm a competitor, whether I'm a
matters of
major competitor or not. I'm still a competitor.
So if you're watching this show right now, that means you're not watching Fox News right now.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, unless you're you could be like me and have 500 screens, but chances are if you're watching Fox News regularly, you probably don't have a multi-monitor setup on your PC.
Would it have been nice, though, if in the background it had this?
Yeah, just a little bit.
You guys don't see it, but behind Kevin is a Stick to the Plan podcast banner.
Yeah.
4 by 2.5.
Yeah, I don't remember. Yeah, I remember.
It would have been nice if that
big vinyl banner. Yeah.
Or the Grandma's Boy
but
studio.
he literally put him. It's actually a corner of a corner. because there's like a wall there, and then there's a wall for that's
By
weird.
the way, without the green screen, the banners and your graphics that you have on the wall, and a big screen TV and all that, this would be the equivalent of a jail cell.
Yeah, it's not very big.
It looked like he was doing an interview from a jail cell.
Yeah, what is it, 10 by 12 maybe?
He could have incorporated our stuff so it didn't look like he was doing it from a jail
Well,
cell.
I think most people assume he's not doing it from a jail cell.
I guess.
Yeah, I mean, maybe.
I was the first one to insinuate that. I'm surprised someone on
the
left didn't say.
They watch the depth to grab a hold of that and to run with that one.
Oh, yeah.
He redoes the interview, but with everything in the background.
Russ Jennings claims John James did interview from Jackson County Jail.
Yeah. Well, we know he was in Jackson. He was
We are down the street from the jail.
Yeah, we're not far. It
was in the studio. So the studio itself, if it has feelings, is feeling good about itself.
Yeah.
And we didn't stick them in a closet or an office. Yes, we have a quiet space. So
yeah, I mean, it's kind of a closet, but it's a nice closet.
It's
This is the nicest closet I've ever been in.
Anyways, he left here and went down to the Jackson County Fair. We had a fair booth there, and former state representative Julie Alexander gave him a tour of the whole fairgrounds.
Oh yeah, she's a good one for it.
She is, and tell you the truth, Kevin, I didn't want to walk the whole fairgrounds.
No.
I went.
No.
One of those days, I went down in the barns just to snoop around. I got about halfway through, and I said, "Yeah, I'm done with this."
I got about halfway. I was gonna go one day just to go to the fair, and then I got about halfway there, turned to run away home. I got distracted. But
well, they got to the fair, went through the whole darn fair. Of course, they met Hank Choate in the barns. And
of course,
his grandkids got 4-H critters down there.
I'm sure he does.
And he did his thing too.
Yeah. Where else would you find Hank at the barns at the fair?
He shook hands with people and kissed babies and all that stuff that you're supposed to do at the
How
fair.
was the turnout for the fair this year, you think?
I think way off.
Yeah, down.
So, yeah, even when it didn't rain, there was always a threat of rain. Did you know?
Yeah,
it
was humid.
It was a funky week.
Yeah, good point.
And I just noticed foot traffic in the American One Event Center. It seemed off. I talked to Maria, who owns the Sunnyside Cafe food trailer.
Yeah.
Because I bought tacos off her every day.
Yeah.
And I asked her, and she rolled her eyes. She goes, "It's not good, Russ."
Yeah. Well, I bet you they're glad they didn't have some major national touring act anymore.
Well, they stopped doing that a couple years ago and claimed that it's been all right without doing it. You know, there's something funny about the Jackson County Fair. They've incorporated a beer tent.
Yeah, I remember when I saw Five Finger there with Bruce.
Okay, but they put it now down in the midway. They're kind of try to half-ass emulate the Michigan Center Carp Carnival.
You can't do it.
The problem is you got to pay $10 to get in to go to the beer tent.
Yeah.
If you really want success, you could have a fair, put the beer tent to where there's a separate entrance, and to where you just let people in the beer tent to party and put live music.
Yeah, Carp Carnival's no admission.
That's right. You just
I didn't think about that. Yeah.
Now you got to charge to go to the fair. Maybe you should consider an entrance where you don't charge to go to the beer tent. You see what I'm saying?
I think, the year that
There's
went,
gates they're not using.
Yeah, the year that I went, it was right outside of the grandstands. Yep. So, I mean, I'm sure there's a gate around there, and then what you do is you could pay, if you want to go to the fair, you have a booth on the other side. You get a wristband or something, maybe.
Because there's money in beer tents.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, whatever. I bet you the numbers aren't where they would like them to be. It was a nice fair, though. We gave out a shit ton of Mike Rogers songs.
Hell yeah.
Not many John James songs.
Really?
But you got to figure.
He's just became a candidate, too.
Mike's been campaigning
hard.
And you can't watch Fox News without them talking about that Senate race.
Well, yeah.
So that's what everybody did. So we're out of Mike Rogers' yard signs right now in the Jackson GOP headquarters. We get more on Thursday, but we do have everybody else's.
Oh, yeah. We got. So, I noticed them all lined up out there. Plus, you've been posting. You have a bunch at your house.
I do have some at the house. Yeah. and all the judges, all that. We got
By the
them
way,
all. It's campaign season.
Speaking of judges, I like Judge Warren's sign a lot. Like visually,
it's a sweet one.
He's
got the bow tie
He's put some money into his campaign, though.
Judge Warren ain't messing around.
No. He had a photographer here. We had like studio lights and crap.
He is not messing around.
Nuts.
Statewide campaign.
Yeah.
Boy, he I don't know how he's paying for it, but he's doing
apparently his judgeship is a lot.
And the book sales, maybe the book sales.
Oh yeah, he is a
the cost of the campaign. Maybe it's a genius idea. I don't know. Amber might be watching, and she may call anytime saying, let me iron this out for you, Ross. That is his queen bee.
I forgot that's the queen bee. Yeah,
queen bee.
She could answer that question, or she won't answer that question.
by the way, if you're going to pick a queen bee for your campaign, you could talk about Amber poorly in a lot of reasons, but let me tell you, if you want a winning campaign, Amber is the one.
She's going to
do
it. She
knows how to do
She's going to do it.
Yeah, she knows how to do it.
I agree.
So apparently she's not watching.
She's not calling.
As soon as she hears that Judge Warren's name was mentioned on the show, she'll be on it.
That's good. Well, hey, that's why she's great at her job.
She is really good.
Nobody watches this stupid show until we mentioned Judge Warren.
When I was a member of the Grand New Party, we had some sort of dinner. I forgot what they called it. It's like a patriot dinner. And I never seen anybody work for sales.
Yeah.
Anything like Amber. She's relentless. She's not going to leave you alone until you buy a ticket to that event. In there, the room was packed. Silent auction items. She lines all that up. So she's really good at what she does.
Yeah, definitely.
Enough of the love affair for Amber now.
Yeah.
What else happened?
Well,
so the fair, she went through the fair, and then we went through the week up. Our buddy Doug Lloyd came and stopped by the fair.
Yeah, I love Doug Lloyd.
I think that was on Tuesday or something.
I remember someone posted when he was on there.
I got an awesome picture of me and the Doug Lloyd.
Yeah.
Some pictures I don't like of myself. It was a good one.
Yeah. Doug Lloyd helped.
I might frame it.
If he becomes AG, you might
have to cut Doug out because I really like the picture of me. I look good. I look fit. I look young. I
look hip and stuff or whatever the kids say.
They didn't take a picture of my legs with my cheap running shorts on. And
what he's not saying is also wasn't of his face.
Right.
It was just a picture of Doug Lloyd.
I had a Justin Griffiths hat on. Justin's got good taste.
Yeah, I like
Justin has good looking literature, good looking signs. He does, and a good looking ball cap that he's giving away.
And hats are hard, dude.
Problem with white ball caps,
they're white.
They get dirty.
Yeah.
So you're out working in the yard, your hand gets a little dirty, and you touch the bill of the hat, you're done. And the sweat line on them,
yeah. This hat, I've designed 2 new hats for my show, and designing hats is hard. It's not easy to make a hat that looks nice.
All of Justin's stuff looks cool.
Yeah.
He's got a touch of class to him.
Yeah, a little bit.
Now, maybe he put too much effort into it, and maybe should.
Well, he is a lawyer.
They're out knocking doors right now.
Yeah,
Justin
I just saw
and the guys are. They've been knocking Justin's doors. Just to let you know, people in the 47th Michigan House District. Okay, and if you're in Jackson County, that would be a good portion of Summit, all of Napoleon, all of Columbia, all of Norval, and then half of Grass Lake Township.
So like the southeast. Southeast.
Yeah. You are currently represented by a wackadoo.
Absolute wackadoo.
And Justin is running in a race to replace her. We're not talking a normal Deb.
No, like cut your kids' wieners off.
That's right. Hey, if your parents don't want to let you do it, just get a hold of our office and we'll take care of that wiener cutting off.
And we're not joking with that. She literally said that.
I mean,
without the wiener part, but yeah, she said, "Hey, if you need gender affirming care, get a hold of me."
Right.
What?
I'm without words. That's why Justin's running. That's what really got him going. Now, Justin's more of a worthy candidate for items more than that. He's a smart guy.
Very smart man.
He is an attorney. He knows the Constitution. He knows.
Yeah, and he's all about rule of law.
He'd be a good one. Now, I think if he gets elected, his pet project might be reform of our judicial system.
Yeah, no, he's real big on
He's
that.
very discouraged at the judicial system.
Yeah, and how
here.
sentencing and how
Yeah.
how
We've got
standard
some
sentencing
weak
is.
judges.
Yeah.
We have some weak judges that he didn't like here in Jackson County, and we assume it's worse elsewhere.
Yeah, I can only imagine Washington.
Oh God,
Why?
that prosecutor.
Well,
over
actually, there is one judge from Washington. I watched some of his stuff on my other show. He's a black guy, older black guy, real skinny.
I think I've seen him.
Yeah, he I can't remember his name now, but I follow him on YouTube.
He got real mad because the guy
Yeah.
with the suspended license.
Yeah, he was driving. That's how he got big. Yeah, he was driving.
Yeah.
He zoomed into the court hearing for a suspended license driving a car.
Right. What? How stupid can you be?
I know. And he gets mad like that all the time. And he's like super fair,
Yeah.
but but he's also one of those judges like, well, he has like weird sentencing, or he'll be like, if you need to eat 14 bonbons and a Twinkie and then do a hopscotch, and then you can only go to jail for 2 days.
Kevin, I got a good judge story for you.
Yeah.
I just read on M Live the other day. You remember Trent Solomon?
Yeah,
Trent.
of course.
How can anybody forget?
How
Trent?
do you forget Trent?
Right. All right, Trent.
Is he running for a judge?
No.
That'd be hilarious. He'd probably win.
Tattoo of a scorpion.
Oh, it don't matter.
He was a McThirsty hanger outer, and he was a pain in the ass, but never really big trouble. Just a pain in the ass.
He was a pain in the ass, but also a great attribute to have. Like he was good to have on your side.
No, I'd rather not have him against me.
Yeah, and that he kind of kept hitting those people.
You know he's in prison.
I assume.
So he was locked. Yeah, right.
I mean,
How can he not?
I haven't heard from him in a while. I'm assuming he's in prison.
You've been wondering why he hasn't called.
Exactly. Not really.
You know, tonight you're going to get a call from, accept a collect call from Trent from the
you have cotton
from the
cotton facility or wherever.
Chippewa
Wherever.
Correctional Facility. Hey Russell. Hey Kevin, I heard you were trying to get a hold of me.
Two. No.
Anyways, Trent's been locked up for a couple years for stalking and multiple violations of PPO. So
yeah, that's
Trent has a problem with when he breaks up with his girlfriends.
Yeah,
he likes to threaten them, stalk them, and just be a real asshole.
Yeah, he likes to do that to people.
Apparently, women have more of a problem with it than the men.
Yeah.
Then again, I'd just shoot him.
You have to. I don't think it would.
So
I don't know what else.
There's like 5 or 6 of them. He gets locked up because his judge through this process has been Judge McBain.
Oh Jesus! Yeah, well,
and Judge McBain's famous in his own
for
right.
coming off the bench and stuff. Oh yeah, he made court camp.
He sure did
multiple times, 3 times.
Multiple times during his probation and things like that, he would violate the probation, and Judge McBain probably gave him way too many opportunities, and then finally he cuts off his tether and he disappears for 1.5 years.
Oh, I think I read
this. All right, so they were looking all over hell for him for 1.5 years, and they found him here in town. He never left town. He just stayed in the house. He just stayed on the house on the east side.
He just hunkered down. Yeah.
You know he didn't leave the east side.
No, I don't. Where would he go?
He's not allowed any other parts of town.
He's not allowed on the east side. Barely.
So, anyways, he wasn't even walking to Admiral.
No.
He had his girl, his boy. His boys.
Well,
whatever.
He's a over 6 foot tall dude with a giant scorpion on the back of his head.
Yeah.
You're gonna notice him.
So he gets 1.5 years, and they finally catch him. And Judge McBain says, "All right, I'm done with you," and sentences him to minimum 2 years or something, up to 4.5 years in prison. So he's locked up in prison. And the Michigan Parole Board grants him parole.
What?
After 2 years, because he's a model inmate.
I do. Well, the thing is we talked about that whole inmate mentality. He was that way when he needed to shape up. He
right. So the parole board paroles him.
How long did he last?
And he's all excited, probably. I'm going to go home on this certain date. The Attorney General of the state, Dana Nessel,
of all people,
says this asshole can't get out of prison. Of all people, it's unprecedented.
Yeah,
and sends it to Judge McBain saying,
"Oh, hey, Jesus Christ,
maybe you can overturn this parole." And So it's been pending for a couple of weeks. They've held Trent in prison until the hearing.
Yeah.
The hearing was last week or something like that.
Yeah.
And Judge McBain says,
revoked.
"Oh no, you're maxing out."
Yeah, no, you're getting a 4. You're going 4 years, bro.
So Trent is in prison until 2029. Now, what gets me is this would be brutal. I almost feel sorry for Trent in this regard. So you leave the parole board hearing a couple weeks later.
All
you
ecstatic.
You get a letter. Hey, we're gonna release you on parole on this date, and you're all excited.
You called your mom. You called your boy. You called
Get this. You sell your commissary, your TV,
Yeah, exactly.
all your shit out of your cell.
Yeah.
You think you're going home on a date, and then all of a sudden, guess what? You're not.
Big Bane's like,
That sounds like an East Side.
You know,
those East Siders have been through that shit before.
I don't know if you know, how common is it for the Attorney General to intervene with that at all?
I don't recall them saying in the article, but they gave the tone like it's very rare.
Okay.
They were very concerned at the level he stalked these multiple women.
Yeah.
And threatened crazy shit.
Oh,
they were
I'm
like,
sure.
we can't let him out.
I'm sure.
Now, one of the victims probably went to the Attorney General, says, hey, listen, I'm scared he's getting out. Maybe that's what got it going. I'm sure the Attorney General doesn't have Trent on their criminal radar.
Yeah, well, I'm sure that I'm betting that most or all paroles go through the Attorney General's office, but that's the assistant prosecutor doing it. It's not,
Sure. But she had to sign off to send it to Judge McBain.
Yeah, but someone went,
yeah.
Ooh.
Somewhere down the line. Now, there is this.
Yeah.
These East Side guys, which we don't have a problem with anymore.
No, actually, they're some of my best friends and worse.
You never know. Yeah, maybe Doug Lloyd might keep him in even a little longer.
Hey, Doug, if you're listening, look it over. But
maybe we can get him out early.
Speaking of East Side craziness, saw something that could have been actually a Trent situation. I was driving down Michigan Avenue, right across the street from the Burger King.
I noticed.
Yeah, I know, right? There's there's a lot. I think it's in front of like now they sell washers and dryers and shit.
Oh yeah, Jason.
Anyways, there was an older gentleman, probably 50, with a bicycle, using the bicycle as a shield against someone who looked like Kenzo. It wasn't Kenzo, but looked like Kenzo. And next thing I know, I'm watching it because they're yelling at each other. I turn and the young guy keeps jumping at the old guy. The old guy finally throws down the bike and whoops the crap out of this
those
kid.
Videos you see on the
reels. Like I'm watching in my rearview mirror. Come as a stoplight there at Elm. I'm watching and he's like,
been great.
The young kid kept trying to run away. He grabbed him by his hair and like hockey fight uppercut. It was crazy.
You know how old guys are.
Yeah, no. I think the old guy was like, no. And then he's like, okay, let's go.
And then there's a point in time, and then they're like, I don't even care if I get hurt or killed. I'm not.
I don't know how it ended. I don't know how it ended. I drove. I
kept around.
I thought about it, but
keep going.
By the time you turn around, it would have been over anyway.
That's a great lead into a next thing we're going to talk about.
Oh yeah. Oh well.
Right.
Talking
about Trent wasn't on our list of things.
No, it wasn't.
But that was an interesting story.
Yeah, that was a good one.
But we were going to talk. I had it written down here, Dearborn, and what's going to happen tomorrow in Dearborn.
Yep.
So let me boil this down. You help me, Kevin.
I'll help as much as I can.
So tomorrow is a city council meeting in Dearborn.
Yes.
And Jake Lang, Pastor Serval, of all people, who I have a picture with, I couldn't believe he got left in. But they're trying to rally the troops to get down to promote Christianity, which potentially could be Jake Lang's it's a provocateur.
Yeah, it's not so much about promoting Christianity; it's going against the Islamification of America, but by promoting Christianity.
So
it's like saying the word Islamification. It sounds made up.
I think there is a problem with within the Muslim community of death to America.
Well,
not all Muslims are like this, and the reason why I give
Islam, not so much.
I give a little grace because I know a couple Muslim people live in Dearborn.
Yeah,
that's
where they would live.
They're pretty down to earth. They're just real. They're just people. But you watch the videos from around the world where
It's worse. It's
They
worse.
ultimately try to take over your nation.
That's literally what Islam is about.
So
If you're not Islamic, then you're against them, and you are an infidel, and they will jihad you. That's what the religion is based on.
So there's a difference between Islam and Muslim?
Yes, Muslim is a group of people. Islam is a religion.
Muslim's a religion.
Well,
Islam is an offshoot of the Muslim religion?
it's an extreme. Yeah, and then
An
of course, but there's also Islamic people who aren't as extreme. There are extremists though, but most Islamics would be considered extremists.
So I don't get to Dearborn very often. Don't care to. Don't have no reason to. But I was through Dearborn 3-4 years ago. It is like a different world. It's not the world that I live in Michigan Center, Michigan. Then again, that's their business. And you're driving through. I didn't care. I'm just like, yeah. All right.
By the way, I double checked it. Muslim is not a religion.
Okay.
Islam is the name of the religion derived from the Arabic word for submission to the will of God. Muslim is the term used to describe a person who follows the religion of Islam.
Oh.
I didn't know that part.
It's a bit of a word salad there, but okay.
Literally meaning one who submits. Why does that?
The word submits sounds.
Yeah, like, well, the word Islam means submission, and Muslim means they are submitting.
So, yourself and a few others have asked, "Hey, Russ, you going to Dearborn tomorrow?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not getting anywhere near Dearborn." One, apparently I don't know enough about it. Two, no, I'm not getting anywhere near Dearborn tomorrow.
I was just gonna go to get some clicks. I decided against it.
Steal the clicks from someone else.
Yeah, I'm going to steal from the news. The news is going to cover it.
Anyways, everybody's real mad. And then there's also word that hundreds of bikers from Sturgis, because
I heard,
are riding down on Dearborn.
Rumors, Hell's Angels and shit.
I'll guarantee you they're not.
No, Hell's Angels don't.
There'll be some.
Yeah, but the Hell's Angels as a group, that any motorcycle club doesn't want anything to do with that.
There'll be some.
Yeah.
The AI generated video of 2,000 bikers heading this way is not reality.
There'll be some guys on bicycles.
Some people fall for that shit.
Yeah.
There will be some.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and we kind of skipped over, but the big thing about Jake Lang is he's having a pig roast.
A pig roast. Using the Quran as.
See, I only heard that as a rumor. I didn't hear that confirmed.
Gosh, where did I?
But I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it. Jake Lang's that kind of guy.
Yeah, burn the Qurans to roast the pig.
That's the big reason I was going to go. I love pigs.
That's funny.
It's hilarious.
But
but it's like the South Park with
I think that's a bad idea.
Yeah, it's like South Park with the whole Mohammed thing.
Kevin, there's a lot of Christians. I am around a lot of Christians. And maybe this is a bad way to look at it. So when we used to watch the videos, you've seen the videos of the call to prayer that goes out several times a day in Dearborn, which is very annoying. It's whatever the hell it is. Okay. All right. I'm glad I don't live there to hear that. I don't care what it means. But
yeah, it's not good.
I live, 2 blocks from a Catholic church. Okay?
Yeah.
And I don't know, several times a day, that Catholic church rings its bells. To me, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
I don't attend that church, but it's beautiful. I don't mind hearing it. It doesn't bother me one bit. But what's the difference of that Catholic church ringing those bells so the whole Lake neighborhood hears it, or the call to prayer? What in America?
Yeah.
Where it's freedom of religion. Really, what is the difference?
Well,
because in that call to prayer, is it calling for death to America?
Kind of death to infidels, but yes. I always say
anybody that's not part of their religion is an infidel.
Yeah. If you're not as even if you like convert, it's crazy how they do it. But I look at, and I say this about a lot of things. Everything is relative.
Yeah.
And so in the Middle East, in Dearborn, it's relative, but like it's the same thing as like women are like, oh, we don't have any rights. I'm like, go to Saudi Arabia and tell me you don't have any rights. And they're like, well, that's wrong. Yeah, but that's all they ever known. That's right to them.
That's right to them.
You know, I mean, is it right to me that or you? It doesn't matter because it's right to them.
I don't know.
Everything's relative. And
Do we know? So you know a couple people going to Dearborn tomorrow?
I do. I have a couple of people I've talked to. I was gonna go, and then I decided I don't move quick enough, just in case, because it might get shit. It might get a little.
We talked about before the show. Even if you're at a super far distance, just trying to record some, get some coverage. If real shit hits the fan, you don't know who might be a target.
Yeah,
and
hell,
is it safe? Me, politically, I'm not getting near it.
Yeah, I wouldn't blame you.
Physically and mentally, I'm not getting near. I won't be in Dearborn tomorrow.
Honestly, you know what I'd be most worried about? Would it be Jake Lang and all of his crazy people or whatever? It'd be that random guy that shows up with a AR.
So we watched him get hit in the head with a brick. They almost killed him.
Yeah,
a week or two ago.
Yeah, well, even take Jake Lang out of it. You know,
sure.
just okay. Well, they just show up and death to America. Well, death to Islam.
Okay, what if a group of people rolled up to the Leone Township 5th Street Park and hated Christianity and decided to burn Bibles?
Right?
Would there be a reaction?
Yeah, absolutely, there would be. But I don't. It's
a tough one.
Well, here's the problem: is that, and this is slightly controversial, but it's true. As white people, we're nervous because as white people, we're racist, and so that's why you don't. I don't think you'll see as many a huge group of white people now. If we were burning the Quran, there might be 1,000 people that show up to that park because that's not racist because they're brown people. It's racist, but it's in the.
If we were burning the Quran at the Leone Township 5th Street Park, there'd be no Muslims there to be upset about it.
I disagree.
But there'd probably
they're coming.
Well, if
you don't think they'll come from Dearborn?
Yeah, I guess if you made a big deal about it.
Yeah, it would be if like Jake Lang was there.
If I just went there this evening and did that, there'd be
no. If you just did it, no one knew.
The Lions Club members across the street would check it out.
It wouldn't be citizens of.
To know if we got any beer.
It wouldn't be citizens of Leone.
Yeah. Well, it's Dearborn, and
it's the largest concentration of Muslims in the world.
It is. By the way,
I think it even out populates the Middle East.
Capita. Do you know what exceeds Dearborn?
What's that?
Coldwater, Michigan.
Oh, well, per capita, that makes sense.
Yeah, right. Coldwater, Michigan's, but it is per capita the largest.
Do you know why there's so many Muslims in Dearborn, in Detroit area?
Work.
Henry Ford. Henry Ford didn't. He knew that all these people, they would show up to work on Monday hungover. Muslims don't drink.
Oh, well,
he imported the families, and then of course they procreated.
And then got their.
But Henry Ford, who was a very smart man, because he's right. Because on Monday they show up bright eyed, bushy tail, ready to roll. They have 5,000 holidays, but
they pray several times a day.
Yeah, but
not just. They get down on the mat, and that could disrupt the workflow.
Yeah, but is it any worse than them? Some dude getting drunk.
I never knew, even heard of a Muslim until I was 21 years old, working for the Michigan Department of Corrections. Of course, we lived in sheltered lives.
But you knew about Nation of Islam.
Not until I worked for the Department.
You never heard of Malcolm X?
No.
Muhammad Ali.
He
was.
So I have to take that back. I do remember that, and then he's a Muslim, but I don't remember it being
Nation of
I need to care or know about.
Muslim is the pretty good
point though on the Muhammad
Ali. Well, the Nation of Islam is much different than Islam. But he was the big one. Cassius Clay became Muhammad Ali when he converted to Islam.
Right. So
in prison, a lot of black people will go Nation of Islam.
In the prison setting, they use the guise of religion for their gangs. Because you can organize.
Oh, you can. You have to give them a meeting space.
That's right. And it's
smart.
Some are legit, but most it's a reason to promote their gang activities.
Right.
My experience, which was 30 years ago. It's been 30 years since I worked for the. because I'm old.
I barely remember when you did.
Maybe 28 years, 29 years.
I remember. It's funny. I thought about it the other day. I had a weird memory of me holding a $1,000 bill.
A real one?
Yeah, that you you're like, hey, and I held it, and then of course it went away.
Oh,
But it came from you, but I just remember that, and then the night that the riot at Adrian.
What would the $1,000 bill have to do with?
I have no idea.
I don't remember ever having a
I don't-
$1,000 bill.
But I don't know.
I wish I had one right now.
I know. Well, yeah, they don't make them anymore.
I don't make them anymore, so they're more valuable than
No, they're still worth $1,000. It's like $2 bill.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's still worth. But hell, I'll take $1,000.
By the way, Kevin, speaking of when you're a little kid and back in them days, do you know they tore my elementary school down?
You said that when we were coming
You
home from
haven't been by
Indiana.
and seen that?
No, I haven't made it over
You
there.
drive out there, you're like, what? Because I remember you ran country.
You know, I went to elementary school there.
Yes, you did.
I went until second grade.
It's not there. I do have a brick, but I'm giving it to Aunt Chris.
Yeah, I remember I was like, maybe I'll go get a brick. And I'm like, what am I going to do with a brick?
10 years from now, I'm like, why do I still have that brick?
Now I got a whole brick around.
Like when you move.
And I barely remember being there.
It's gone. Just a big open field. I don't know if maybe a business it'd be a great place for some sort of any type of business. It's several acres.
By the way, Familiar Human is one of the guys that was talking about going to Dearborn. He just popped in the chat. How you doing, bud? Just wanted to say hey. But yeah, no, it's crazy that that's school. I mean, obviously, he's been around since you were in elementary.
I think it was built in the late 60s.
That makes sense.
I started school.
It looks like it was built in the 60s.
I started school in 1972. I thought it was old back then, but apparently it was kind of new.
I see. The only I remember vaguely in the main school being in the gym, and then also when I was in preschool and kindergarten, I was in the trailer.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Off to the side.
Yeah.
So I remember that.
By the way, I
remember the playground very well.
Sure, of course you did.
Yeah, why wouldn't I?
Yeah,
that's part of school.
It's no longer there.
Crazy.
The rubble is
Crazy.
even gone now. It's
They just got rid of all of it.
It's gone.
Well, I mean, they built Ezra Eby, and that's a beautiful school. I mean, that school's old now.
It's 30 years old.
Yeah,
the whole campus is.
I was in third grade when
they were doing adult ed out of Ackerson Lake, and I don't know what happened to adult ed.
Yeah, well, the same thing with what's the school in Leone? They stopped doing adult ed out there, and they moved into a room in the high school.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's on over by Gillis Lake.
Oh, that East Jackson side of things, right?
No, it's Michigan Center. It used to be the adult ed. It used to be elementary.
The road, that weird road.
Yeah.
Clement.
Yeah, Clement.
Right, yeah.
Anyways, that's immaterial.
Did you know the Clement family lives?
I didn't know that
near
was
there.
I didn't know that was a real family.
It is. I was knocking doors back in 2024.
Are they old like vampires and stuff?
No, I met the young one. He's my age, and
is he a vampire?
There's old ones. They have several homes there. The Clement family.
Oh, I honestly, I born and raised, never met a Clement in my life. They're Grass Lake people, aren't they?
I don't know. They got nice homes out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, that's a nice area. That's really. I mean, Gillis
Lake. Yeah.
Gillis Lake is nice.
Other topic on here. How do we want to play this one? Let's talk about Anthony Hudson.
Let's talk. Well, this is actually a good segue because Anthony Hudson had a little issue in Dearborn.
You think Anthony's going to be there?
Yeah. You think he's going to be there and then pull back and lie about why he was there? Right. I said it. Maybe his campaign manager.
Anthony's blocked me. I don't see Anthony's content anywhere, and there's no way that he shut up.
Yeah.
No way.
You think his campaign manager is going to steal his tour bus and take it there?
Right.
Anyways, yeah. I think he blocked me. I think he blocked me too. But I was pretty vocal on that one exposing Anthony Hudson page. So
here's the problem with Anthony Hudson. Somehow the Libertarians nominated him to be their candidate for Michigan governor,
which you've kind of looked into. Sounds like they tricked him a little bit.
I asked.
He tricked them.
I met the chair of the Jackson Libertarian Party while at the fair. And by the way, I didn't know the Jackson Hillsdale Libertarian Party. I thought it was done because their chair, Norm, had died.
Right.
And they couldn't keep it together.
Yeah,
it's been resurrected by some other people.
Okay.
Good for libertarians.
Yeah.
And she come up and I said, how the hell did you guys pick Anthony Hudson? What the heck? And she got quiet and you could tell she wasn't all the way honest, but she said that there was a
Basically, Anthony Hudson came in with an angle.
Two factions, and the other faction was mad because they weren't that guy, so they put up Anthony. A lot of politics happened, and created Anthony as their candidate. Here's the problem. That's why I want to bring it up today. And in the primary, the Republican primary, leading up to it, Kristen Megyn Kelly promoting Perry Johnson hard when she latches on to something.
She does. She's like a dog with a bone.
Yeah, she's got a lot of followers too. And she would be promoting Perry. And in the comment section, known Republicans would be saying, we're voting for Anthony Hudson. And she would be like, that's a horrible idea.
Right.
And this, I'm going to take it, not from Kristen Megyn Kelly, in my opinion. If you don't want Democratic rule for at least another 4 years, more likely to be 8, and you normally vote Republican and you vote for Anthony Hudson, Anthony Hudson has zero chance of winning.
Yeah.
And you are giving your vote away, and it's going to put the Democrats in control.
Absolutely. He's was a Ross Perot ended up.
It's a numbers game, and your numbers are going to change the numbers.
Yeah,
because it's not Dems that are going to vote for Anthony. It's Republicans, and those are less votes to give to the Republicans, and you're risking giving it to Jocelyn Benson.
Yeah, the Libertarians don't have a chance of winning, and honestly, this move, picking him,
you're wasting your vote.
Yeah, this picking him as candidate for governor is one of the many reasons why the Libertarians aren't a major party, because it's a fuck joke at this point.
It is. And listen,
Anthony Hudson is a joke.
All right. You and I, especially me, got to know Anthony Hudson a little bit on a personal level.
Yeah. When we interviewed him, I liked a lot of what he said.
I get it.
I was listening with him.
He is a great talker.
Yep.
He says the things that you want to hear.
Yep.
Okay. But it's been proven through court records. One, he's a wackadoodle and a violent person. He has flies off the handle, reacts before he thinks. And these people need to realize that if Anthony Hudson says he will do this as governor, doesn't mean he'll be able to get it done. You have to have a governor that is going to be able to work with the state legislature, and they are not going to work with him. Even if it's a good idea, nothing will get done.
No, Republicans or Democrats, and that's the problem.
No,
either side,
either side
of the aisle. Independents. No one wants to work with him
because he's burnt the bridges. To so many Republicans legislators, and he ran as a Republican, couldn't get the signatures, runs the Libertarian Party, and talks shit about so many Republican legislators. They are never going to work with him. You can't burn bridges like that.
No, and that's the thing is he burnt bridges violently.
I get it. You want to shake up Lansing.
But that's not the way to do it.
It's a horrible idea.
Yeah.
Republicans, it doesn't matter what you think of John James. You're going to have to vote for him. I know that it's called plug your nose and vote. And a lot of people are tired of that. The alternative is
a Dem. Yeah.
And I think our state is destroyed with another 4 years of Democratic control, especially Jocelyn Benson. She's going to be worse than the Gretsch.
Oh, yeah, that would be.
By the way, she's nowhere as smart as the Gretsch, though.
I saw the Gretsch on, she was interviewed by National News the other day. And
didn't she look like an alien with all that work she's done?
She looks old. She was looking hot for a minute. And then I don't know if she got on the Wachovia or what happened.
And she had additional work done to her face, and now she's got the alien look going on here.
Maybe she was always an alien, like Garland or whatever his name is.
I remember when she first elected, she was normal and she was kind of plump. And her dresses were always weird,
very like Midwest mom.
Yeah. Now it's Hollywood. Yeah. Hanging out with the Gavin Newsom. Newsom was in Michigan last week, hanging out with the Gretsch. They had a beer together.
How long have I been saying that Gretchen Whitmer has been going to the governor's school of Gavin Newsom? Oh, God, years. I mean, it's uncanny.
They're bubs.
Yeah, they're probably screwing. I'll say it.
Oh, probably.
I hope so.
I hope so too.
I hope not. That would be a terrible child. That's how Antichrist is born. That's how the Antichrist is born. Jesus, it's not Gavin, but
I just beg, if you're libertarian, you're going to vote, for your candidate. Maybe you won't. Please don't.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
But if you're a Republican voter, and if you're an active Republican, there's some active Republicans, you need to snap out of it.
Oh, absolutely.
You are giving your vote to the Dems.
Do you know what's scary? I just thought of too is your active Republican voters aren't getting knocks on their doors because of 10x votes, and they might if they think they're going to vote for Anthony Hudson. There's no one to help them. They should listen to the show.
Kevin,
I just blew your mind, didn't I?
Man, you just put more on my plate.
You're welcome.
Got a good point. So not only 10x votes, but all the walk apps that Republicans use to knock on doors are geared for low propensity voters or independent voters or things like that. They don't knock on known Republicans' doors because you're wasting your time.
Right, yeah.
But you got a great point.
Yeah, they don't even show up.
We need to figure out who those crossover.
And how could you?
Yeah.
You can't. By the way, Lance is in the chat. How you doing, Lance? He says Hudson has zero chance of getting 10%. Not even worth talking about.
Kevin, can you take me off the scrn for just a second and let me deal with something?
Yeah, give me this.
And you talk and
about absolutely. I got some stuff I can talk about. Hold on. Yep, you're good. Hey, yeah. So it's just me, guys. Hi. I want to thank everybody. 2 weeks ago, we had a show, and we crested over 3,000 views on that show, and that's very humbling. And thank you guys for that. Whether it was hate watching or not, it doesn't matter. I appreciate the views. As part of the creator program here on Rumble, I need that kind of stuff. I'm just reading Lance. Your other will get a Democrat because the Republican Party allows weak candidates and picked by the general public after being by corrupt or Republican establishment. Yeah, I mean it's Lance. I'm not going to lie to you. I have my fears, and my fears I think are legitimate. I'm born and raised in Michigan. I'm thinking about moving. Not going to lie. Also, guys, this Wednesday, 2 days from today, I will be on the Prisoner to Painter podcast on YouTube. Nathan McDermott is the host over there, and he will be interviewing me. So if you guys want to tune into that, I'm going to drop the link in the chat for that real quick. Oh, look who's back. I was just talking about Prisoner to Painter stuff.
Important business.
Yeah, very important
and
stuff.
It wasn't personal, but it's important.
I was talking about that, and then thanking everybody for the over 3,000 views on the last episode. Awesome, I told them whether it's hate or not, it don't matter.
Controversy sells.
Yeah, I guess so. And I look at it, I'm like, that wasn't that much controversy, but in your world, that's a lot of controversy.
Had everybody all pissed off.
Yeah.
And by the way, I just had to remind myself what that was about. And that was the Michigan GOP going out on their own and endorsing their own judges in 7 counties. One of them here in Jackson County. They
Democrat
endorsed on their website a known Democrat in Jackson County.
After you guys endorsed someone else.
All they had to do is go to our website, call me on the phone. They have my number. The chairman of the Michigan GOP has my number.
If he doesn't, I'm sure you can find someone that does.
And they opposite endorsed the judge that we endorsed, and it took us a few days to fix that. But they did the same thing in Oakland County, and that's what. Anyways, that's what everybody's pissed off about.
Yeah.
So either it's incompetence, or it's they don't care about the counties.
Arrogance.
Whatever it is, it was wrong. Now, it's been fixed. It does not exist anymore.
Well, good. Maybe more people listen to this show than we thought. Apparently 3,500 people. I don't even know 3,500 people.
I really think when some connected people to Oakland County got in the loop there, that is what it would have got resolved. Even if it was me on my own, but that's what really got.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what made it disappear.
It wasn't the Stick to the Plan.
That's
podcast.
What made it disappear. in the middle of the night on a Saturday.
Yeah.
And Sunday morning, it wasn't there.
Yeah, well, and I just thought our show came out at the perfect timing for that,
It
too.
was.
Because we were next day, basically.
And then Vance Patrick, the chair of the Oakland County, shared it on his Facebook page, and he has
should
a
do
lot
that
of
more
followers, and I think a lot of them jumped on. So
that's good.
That's been fixed, and I said during that show, I'll say it again. Thank you, Sonny Reddy, the co-chair of the Michigan Republican Party.
Yeah.
To this day, Kevin, he is the only one that's reached out to me, apologized, and even discussed it.
Well, and that's insane to me. That
I have very little for our current Michigan GOP chairman, Jim Rumstead.
Yeah.
I will do whatever it takes to make sure he gets removed in the next cycle if he runs again. We have to have a better leader. You know what?
Our chair luck has not been good.
Few people don't like when I say that. I like Pete Hoekstra.
Yeah, no, I like Pete Hoekstra, but who before him didn't she muck it all up?
Oh yeah, Christina Caramo. By the way, that's
yep.
where we started this show.
Yeah, literally.
was with Christina Caramo.
Holy crap, I didn't think about that. Yeah.
I do not know if Jim's going to run again after this cycle or not. The rumor is that he is. I hope that he doesn't. He used to be one of my favorite state senators. I don't see any reason why he still wouldn't be one of my favorite state senators.
He's not a good chair.
But he is not a good chair.
That's very different position.
And maybe it's because the workload.
Maybe.
We worried about that from the beginning. He is an active Michigan state senator. Our state senators supposedly work full time.
Yeah.
And then you need to work more than full time to be the Michigan GOP chair.
That, and it was already, I mean, Hoekstra fixed something, but it was already kind of a mess.
It was a mess. Pete didn't care. Pete just focused on elections.
Yeah.
That's all he cared about. That's all he cared about.
Hey, well,
if you had some little weird gripe, he ain't listening.
Yeah.
It was, if it's not election related. I learned that often. That's why I'm playing the Jackson GOP right now.
Yeah.
If it's not election related, I don't want to talk about it.
Well, elections are coming up.
Like Kalamazoo being the birthplace of the Republican Party.
But,
how dare you bring that up?
By the way, I saw that sign. I've never seen the framed one with the Lincoln and everything. But what does Jackson do? That's a good looking poster.
It's some
AI.
People hate it AI, but Chris made that, and of course he used AI to do it.
Well, yeah, he didn't paint it.
You still have to be creative enough to develop it.
Absolutely.
I couldn't do it.
I always say.
By the way, John James loved that poster.
Yeah, that's a good looking poster.
He held it up. And by the way, when he was doing his presentation here Saturday, he talked about the birthplace of the Republican Party, and we cut a clip out.
Oh,
you know, we have been using that since this Kalamazoo issue from day one. Don't give us an opportunity to promote Jackson and the birthplace. Me and Chris will pounce on that.
Yeah, you might as well. Because you had the Perry Johnson one.
We will use it to our advantage every time.
But yeah, no, as long as AI is used as a tool, not the final product, I'm cool with it.
Right.
That's a good looking poster.
People liked it.
I'm going to go grab it.
It's out here in the hallway.
I'm going to go grab it.
Yeah, it's out here in the hallway. But no, like I said, I think Jim is a great state senator. I wouldn't say he's my favorite. Jonathan Lindsay is. But I think he should stay in that role and allow somebody else to be the Michigan GOP state chair. I wish he'd step down now and we'd find somebody to replace him, but I don't think he'll do that. We've raised no money. Of course, he's got a lot of good excuses. He inherited a lot of debt and he worked his butt off to resolve that debt, which he hasn't accomplished. But that's exactly what they are. Yep, right there.
Good looking poster.
Yep. That's exactly what they are excuses. But yeah, that's the poster that.
Yeah, that's a good one. What is it? Ask me how Jackson changed the name. Yeah, well, birthplace of the Republican Party. We free the sledge, right?
Our party secretary, Chris Baird, created that. Yeah. He's been gone for a couple of weeks. I haven't missed him personally, but I've missed him because, boy, I am behind on work. That Chris, I haven't missed him personally. He's a buddy of mine. But, man, am I behind without Chris.
Yeah, well, he does do a lot of work. He does all that. I mean, I'm not as good with the art end of it. I can do the music end really well.
Yeah.
I've honed that. That's a good looking poster. I don't care if it's AI or not. I mean,
You still had to have the vision for it.
Yeah, and he had to change a lot of things.
Yeah. So, anyways, I'm glad you busted that out. That
yeah,
was
no,
nice.
I was
we
like,
displayed that at the fair. Everybody
as soon as
loved
I saw it,
John James held it. We took pictures of it. I got it on our Facebook page.
As soon as I mentioned it, I was like, I'm going to go grab it. Apparently, Judy's claimed it. I don't blame her.
Well, that was another situation where you got the Republican nominee for governor at our fair booth holding on to that. You know that's gold. Consider everything that we've been dealing with here.
Eat that Kalamazoo.
You would do it every time.
Ripping what?
Do not give us that opportunity. We use it for advantage every time. Another topic about the fair. You're going to like this one in a way, Kevin.
Yeah.
So I've kept my mouth shut on social media all week about this. So there is a political party called the U.S. Taxpayer Party.
Yes.
And they had a booth at the Jackson County Fair. I knew nothing about. I've heard of them. I had no idea who their candidates are. Didn't care who their candidates are.
I've seen it on the ballot.
Still don't care to this day who the candidates are, but I found out who their candidates are.
Yes.
And we have a local Jackson guy who has done a tremendous amount of work in the election integrity field. Scott Ogney.
Yeah.
Scott's been on our show.
When we at the fair.
At the fair.
It was the first fair we went to, yeah.
Now, there's no denying the work Scott's done in election integrity. Yeah. It's a huge amount. The problem is Scott's got a technique about him that
he's a bit of an asshole.
He's been an asshole, and he comes out swinging before you ask nicely. He just comes out swinging. And we've all encountered any elected official in Jackson, around the state, party chairs, all this. We've all encountered the good and the bad of Scott.
Oh yeah.
And but
I've encountered it.
Yeah. I mean, but now he is a smart guy.
Yeah.
And the work he's done in election integrity is amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know how much he got done because his technique, but it's amazing. He's worked with a lot of
Anthony Hudson-ish.
Yeah, more. He's done a lot of work with a lot of big names, Patrick Colbeck and others that have been in the election integrity end of 2020. Anyways, he is their Secretary of State nominee.
Okay.
Okay, I found that a lot of former members of the Jackson GOP are now with them, but it was members that were always on the fringe, always frustrated with the GOP, didn't like the way things are going.
That's what those parties are made for.
And for whatever reason, they're no longer with us, and I really didn't care where they went.
Yeah.
Okay, but I guess they landed with the U.S. Taxpayer Party. Didn't care. How you doing, guys? Yeah. All right, you're over there doing this. Great story. This is coming up. You're going to love it.
I'm waiting.
So all week long, I've never known any of these people to be significant in social media.
Right.
But they decided they're going to create a U.S. taxpayer Facebook page.
Okay.
And they're going to start doing videos while at the fair.
All right.
And Scott was doing these very informational videos throughout the week.
Okay.
And I'd get home another day, somehow it infiltrated my timeline. And I would watch the videos.
Right.
All good.
Yeah.
Different Guston, former members, their vice chair, the Jackson County vice chair. Scott is the chair of the Jackson County U.S. Taxpayer Party. Okay, fine. So they got this video going with Scott and a former member. I'm not going to say her name. She was around a lot. Matter of fact, you probably know who it is.
Probably.
But they were talking about how they are the party of the Constitution. Apparently, they know the Constitution better than the Republicans, the Democrats, the Libertarians, or anybody. Every party claims that their version of what they read in the Constitution, whatever that problem's always been, that they're the ones, and that stop by their booth because they are giving away pocket constitutions.
Oh, wasn't that your thing?
That's where I'm going.
Okay.
Okay. And as he picks up the pocket constitution, he smirks kind of like in a weird way and says compliments of Kathy, State Representative Kathy Schmaltz. And I remember thinking to myself, well, they're giving out Republican Kathy Schmaltz's voter guide. Okay, fine. Good for Kathy.
Yeah.
It wasn't until later, 30 minutes later, it hit me. And Kevin, you and I were sitting in this room a month and a half ago when I heard the ding ding at the door.
Right.
And I didn't think nothing of it. I think I heard some female voices.
Yeah.
And I popped out, and it was two of our a member a long time ago. She doesn't like us. And then another former member who still would come around.
Right.
Hey, ladies, how you doing? They stood right here in this
I
door,
remember that.
and they had a box in their hand.
Right before the show.
They had a box in their hand, and they came clean and said, hey, listen, we're just here picking up some pocket constitutions. I didn't think nothing over it. I didn't care. I said, yeah, we got plenty of them. So in the back of my mind, they used to do a monthly meeting, and it's been quite a long time, called the Jackson Book Club or something. They bring in different guests.
Right.
My initial thought is they're just going to give away these pocket constitutions at these meetings.
That's actually kind of how I remember you talking to them. That's kind of how they brought it up.
Okay. I had no idea that they had joined the U.S. a different political party.
Yeah. Right.
All right, fine. Yap. We talked here about something, and they left. I did remember when they left. I'm like, wait a minute. They shouldn't have been here, but I thought maybe Judy gave them permission. I didn't know or care.
Yeah.
I think I had brought it up to Karen. Still didn't matter. They stole our pocket constitutions. At least they were honest about why they wanted it. If they would have said, hey, we want these pocket constitutions.
They lied by omission.
That's right. To give away at the U.S. taxpayer events, I would say,
kick rocks.
Give me my pocket constitutions back.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
So what makes matters worse, at the fair, we were running low on pocket constitutions.
All right.
Where the hell's the pocket constitutions? We're running low.
Yeah.
All right. We call Rachel from Schmaltz's campaign. I'll bring you some more pocket constitutions. In the meantime, I'm down to none. In the booth on the other row, U.S. taxpayer, they had plenty of them.
Because they stole them. Jesus.
I called Kathy Schmaltz. And at first I was like, oh, I'm going to get them pocket constitutions. I am.
Yeah.
Luckily, I went home, ate dinner, and thought about it.
Yeah,
like,
probably not a good idea to engage.
It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
I called Kathy. She laughed, and she goes, you can't make this shit up. But she says,
it's crazy.
She goes, good. At least they're giving out my pocket constitutions.
Yeah. It
probably
says
face
it. Yeah, it says it. Yeah. she doesn't care who gives them out.
No. So, anyways, the U.S. taxpayer. I'm not done with the U.S. taxpayer party.
Oh, geez.
Conversation here. It gets a tad better.
Okay.
Let me see what day it was. Friday. I'm at the fair booth with Senator Jonathan Lindsay. All right, me and Lindsay are talking, and up comes their candidate for governor and lieutenant governor. Their candidate for governor is a somewhat well-known individual. She used to be part of the Republican Party, that, ran for governor in the past, couldn't ever get her signatures, all those problems.
Right.
Donna Brandenburg.
Yes.
So standing in front of us is Donna, and their pick for lieutenant governor. I have no idea to this moment what his name is. I don't care.
Doesn't matter. It's U.S. taxpayer.
He's
party.
a little more right wing into it more than Donna.
Okay.
A little bit like Scott.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Lindsay, typical Lindsay, they don't even know who Lindsay is.
Really?
No.
How do you know?
It gets better.
It's ridiculous.
So I ask a question. Nice to meet you. I'm a
right,
nice guy.
Right.
And they're going rattle on about why their party's better.
Yeah. Okay.
And I said, I got to ask you a question. I says, all right, you're not going to win.
Right.
So
they think they are, though.
What's the ultimate message you're trying to get across,
right,
knowing that you're not going to win? Donna didn't say anything.
Yeah.
Their candidate for vice chair says, oh, we're going to win.
They believe it.
They really honestly, now I kind of respect that in a way. I like that type of attitude.
As much
But
as you can
it's
respect
unrealistic.
stupidity.
It's unrealistic,
Yeah.
Kevin. And this is what I wanted to talk about today. Because I asked Donna, and this is before Lindsay jumped in and slaughtered them.
I imagine.
You want to go toe-to-toe with the Constitution and liberty-minded? Let's do it with Lindsay.
He's a Yale graduate and a Green Beret.
No, and the lieutenant governor pick, he brags about his military service and everything.
Yeah.
Well, let me introduce you to Jonathan Lindsay.
Yeah, you don't know Jonathan Lindsay? Oh, well.
Matter of fact, I had the courage to ask these hard questions because I knew Lindsay was standing next to me.
Me too. That's a good point. Anyways,
it's Lindsay, jumped in and chopped them up and had quite a good debate with their candidate for
Lindsay loves that
lieutenant governor, and eventually they had to walk away.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What else can you do?
They had to disgracefully
either walk away or get beat up.
But I asked Donna this, and this is a good, legitimate question.
Yeah.
I said, Donna, why do you jump in and just right out the gate run for governor?
Right.
Why don't you run for state representative or state senate? Or after I got home, I thought of something even different. You can run. It's hard to win under the U.S. taxpayer party.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, even as a state rep or something, or even county commission. So you'd have to run as a Republican, and maybe that rubs them wrong. I get it. But you know what you could do? Let's say you lived in Jackson. You could run in a nonpartisan race.
I was just thinking that same thing.
With your U.S. tax party bullshit.
Yeah.
Potentially win, and then wiggle your U.S. taxpayer platform.
Start a school board.
That's right. Why do you jump? Why does Scott and Donna and this old boy jump right to the top? Why don't they start in like libertarians have? There's libertarians scattered slightly throughout Michigan.
Yeah.
U.S. Congress has some libertarians.
Yep, a couple.
To me, that's where you need to start.
Good friend of my other show, Forest Mommy. She was in Colorado at the time, ran under the Libertarian Party.
That's where I was. Now, something I didn't like about Donna, and Jonathan brought this up, because she's running because something horrific happened in her neighborhood and at her house with a flood that never got fixed or something.
Sounds like a bigger reason to run for a local office.
I do not know the details because I don't care.
Yeah.
But that's why she's running. She's been playing this message for a long, long time. And Jonathan says, so who's your state representative? And she says, Angela Regas. He didn't comment at all. He knows Angela.
Yeah.
Angela is a pretty decent state rep. And John says, who's your state senator? Don and Brandenburg had no idea who her state senator is. How the hell are you qualified to run for governor when you don't even know who your state senator is? I understand voters. Normal people may not know.
Yeah.
Okay. But you're running for governor?
Yeah. No, that's ridiculous. Well,
let me tell you, Scott Ogney can tell you who his state senator is.
Yeah, he's probably written letters. Might have the senator might have a PBO.
I think Ogney is a better candidate for running for the governor than Donna.
Maybe I just thought of it.
Donna's a nicer person.
Oh yeah, probably more electable. But
decent looking older lady and all that stuff.
Something that we've said many times on this show. A dream without a plan was a dream.
Matt Wilk.
I messed it up. But
a plan with the idea without a plan is just
it's just a wish.
Is a wish without a plan is just a wish.
Yeah, a wish without a plan is a dream or something like. You get the idea.
I have that video somewhere.
So I have it somewhere too. So literally, I think that's what these third parties, fourth parties, the taxpayers, the libertarians, even really. They don't have a plan. We're just going to run for governor.
So that's where I'm at. When I look at the former members of the GOP that fled to the U.S. taxpayer party, I know most of them pretty well. And they were always very unrealistic.
Yeah.
Uneducated, always rooting for the underdog. And we have to severely change government. I can't disagree with changing government, but their technique or tactic or education on how to do so is flawed.
Yeah.
and that whole group is like that, like the guy standing there firmly believing in his mind he is going to win as Michigan lieutenant governor is unrealistic. So I respect that you're running, but can you say, hey, even if we lose, we would like to get this message out, and you're not really. I think that's the approach you should be.
Yeah, I agree.
They hate the two-party system.
Yeah,
they dog Dems just like they do Republicans. I get it. They hate the two-party system. Rule of law. They especially getting the court systems. They're probably right. They've screwed up the rule of law, the Constitution, all these things. Why don't you take that message further than trying to win a governorship that you're not going to win?
I think I just thought of something, and this kind of stems from a good friend of the show and of the party, Marcy Jankovic, where one of her gun rights is education, not legislation.
Good point.
However, in this situation, to change things, legislation instead of conversation, instead of just saying it, you've got to make the steps to get legislation to change things, because otherwise, without legislation, nothing will change.
So, Jonathan, they were talking about how the elections are rigged.
Yeah.
Most of us can't deny that.
Yeah.
You know how Republicans won last time in Michigan? We made it too big to rig because we know we have rigged elections.
Yeah.
And so they're crying how it's rigged elections. So Jonathan says, well, how do you think you're going to win?
Yeah.
If the election's rigged.
Yeah.
Silence.
Yeah, you're pretty sure.
Is it rigged in your favor? Because I don't think it is.
I would not want to stand on a debate stage with Jonathan Lindsay.
Oh, no. And he waits. He's quiet.
Yeah, he's good.
He knew they didn't know who he was.
Yeah.
and
kind of a big deal.
He let me just rattle on and on with my bullshit. And then when he found a couple of good items, he just pounced.
Yeah, that's
Now, I'll hand it to Scott Ogney. He would have known exactly who Senator Lindsay is.
I would. Yeah. Oh, definitely. and Scott Ogney.
They probably had conversations. We'll run amicable conversations.
Oh no, Scott is capable of that, and we know Jonathan
when Scott is when we interviewed him for sheriff, all the videos, he was in that booth day open to close. He was talking to people, very educated, very calm, very everything. I don't know if he's on meds and off meds, or if he knows how to turn it on or turn it off. He can be somewhat
the Trent Solomon effect,
charismatic and informative.
Yeah.
One-on-one, or what I've seen in the past, it's usually not the case.
Yeah.
Our interview with him was a great interview.
Yeah, no, it was fantastic. I mean, and he was actually the same way as Anthony Hudson.
Right.
There's some things he said where I'm like, oh.
Anthony Hudson's a little better salesman than Scott Ogney. I'll tell you that.
I think I think Scott Ogney has a quicker temper.
Scott's knowledge of election law.
Yeah. And the Constitution, really. Yeah.
It can't be beat.
Yeah.
It can't be beat. He knows election
But
law.
he's made that's the problem, is he's made it his world, and that's what makes it. Anthony Hudson's the same way. Made it a world.
I watched Scott in a Leone Township board meeting before I was elected go up rattling on about violation in election law that occurred in Blackman Township in Leone, I guess, and demanded that the director of public safety, Blackman Public Safety, turn himself in by Monday at 8:00.
Yeah.
Because he has violated the law. It got so tense that I thought Scott was going to try to go over and arrest the director of public safety.
Oh, God.
And I think the director at the time, it's not the same director at the time, and his the Leone cop, the marijuana cop he had sitting, they're ready.
Yeah,
they're like, this guy's good.
Well, they know who Scott is.
They're like, he's going to try to come over and arrest us. I was hoping. I was in the audience. I was like, oh, I hope this happens.
Oh, yeah. Pull your phone out for that one.
This is going to be great. But he did stop short, and he demanded that he turns himself in, which I'm certain he did not.
Yeah.
Turn himself in.
I would put money that he didn't. Well,
no,
because regardless if the law was broken, like the actual letter of the law, it's always his big thing, if I remember correctly, was more about these directors or the sheriff not doing something that violated the law, like not arresting this person.
So
for
there was
this.
a violation of the law. There's been reports filed. He's demanding an investigation because there's been an official police report of election law violation and claiming, and I don't know if they did or not, claiming they're not investigating this and it needs to be.
Right.
And I think what he's saying, by them not investigating this,
Yes.
that they're violating law,
Yeah.
which is punishable up to whatever, and you need to turn yourself.
Yeah, well, he should probably run for secretary. Oh, he is running for
Secretary
secretary
of State.
Because I feel like that's who you go to with that. They investigate it because that's a state, probably a federal thing.
Okay, my job,
yeah,
as the county chair is one thing, because he's threatened to sue me before.
Yeah,
I'm not doing it up an election like that.
Yeah,
that's not my job.
No,
my job is to elect Republicans. That's it.
Yeah,
even if it's bad ones,
right?
It is what it is. Now I do have a job as a Leone Township trustee, and that changes the game there.
That's a different job, though, too. In a way,
if my clerk violated the law and I absolutely knew she did, I think I have an obligation.
Yeah,
to
you might be
a
mandatory reporter.
But all I have to do is take what I think I know, and report it to my county clerk or to the prosecutor. And once it's in their lap, it's on their lap. I'm off the hook here. I think,
and that just protects you.
Right.
That way, if someone else reports it, you're like, well, hey, I said something.
If I think so, that's a different thing.
Yeah.
If I know so, I think I'm obligated.
You might be a mandatory reporter
to take it a notch further.
Yeah.
I'm not obligated to do the investigation. I'm not.
No. You're not a cop.
Anybody.
You're not.
I'm not
You're not the AG. You're not.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'll cross that bridge when and if I ever have to.
Right.
I don't think he has a huge complaint with the Leone Township trustee. I heard that him and her somewhat get along, and Cindy's done a good enough job in his eyes. I don't remember where the complaint was. Maybe it was on the Blackman side. But that was a fun day, Kevin.
Oh, I imagine that. I mean,
I was hoping Scott would try to arrest him.
Yeah, that would be fuck. I'm thinking from a content standpoint, I'd be so mad that I didn't have that on video.
You know how viral that had been?
Well, here's the deal. I always say the best people to be friends with are cops and bikers, because here's the deal. They never roll alone, and if they do, they have friends nearby.
Yeah, I know.
And guess what? They don't need 6, but they'll use them.
Scott's a large man.
Yeah. But cops have guns.
I know, but he is intimidating to a lot of people.
Yeah, he is.
He's very large. He's a little loud, and he points when he talks, even when he's not mad. He talks with his hands. He's got big hands, and so I remember in the beginning of being the chair of the Jackson GOP, a lot of the women were like, "We got to do something with him. He's going to do something nuts." And I'm like, calm down. I've been through worse. But U.S. Taxpayer Party, there is a chapter here in Jackson. And you're all welcome to, I don't know, they probably have a website. They have a Facebook page. Check them out. Please don't vote for them if you're a Republican, because then you're going to give our wins to the Democrats. Just like Anthony Hudson and the Libertarians. Do not waste your vote on people who cannot win. They can't win. The U.S. taxpayer, this is how it's going to go. The Libertarians will have way more votes than the U.S. Taxpayer Party, and either a Democrat or a Republican are going to win by a landslide compared to those two parties, especially the U.S. Taxpayer Party. You ain't got they hate money in politics. I get it. So do I. You ain't got enough money to win to change that.
No, absolutely. It takes a lot of. We talked about it. We hate money in the elections, but it's a necessary evil.
I don't even know where they got the money to pay for the fair booth.
Probably Scott.
By the way, that shit ain't cheap.
Yeah. By the way, I just curious. It says no. Township trustees are not explicitly designated as mandatory reporters of election violations under Michigan law. The blah blah blah. Election officials such as inspectors of election and clerks are subject to specific mandates.
I don't care what that says. I specifically knew there was a violation of the law, as a township trustee, I would report it
Yeah.
to a higher authority. I would not ignore it.
That's a moral thing for sure. And like I said, it's to protect
But
you.
I'm not, according to that, I'm not obligated to.
No, there's no law that says you have to, but you're right. You should.
I don't have to investigate it. I don't have to.
If I saw something, I would.
Right.
I'm not mandatory.
I'm not the clerk. I don't work in the clerk's
Exactly.
office.
But you know the clerk. Honestly, it saves your butt, and it really is at the end of the day because it takes it off your plate.
It would beg the question if other board members, if they specifically knew there was a violation in election law, would they rat?
That is such a good question.
And I hate to say it, I like my board members. We've been getting along great. I think some of them would, and some of them wouldn't.
Yeah, that would be such a good.
I would if I knew. If I knew, I would.
Yeah. I mean, I know you guys don't do debates per se, but I know you guys had that one meeting when you were running out to Gillis Lake. That'd be a great question.
Oh, it would be. Although you'd probably mess some of them up.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't get a weird answer.
Not many board members, township board members across Jackson County, are neck deep in this process like I am.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, most just show up once a month.
Yeah,
okay. Our main responsibility is fiducial responsibility. Pass a budget, stay within budget, and approve spending.
Yeah. Well, it's not your, but again, it's not your job to investigate any of that stuff. No. It's not your job to uncover it. It's not your job to find it.
But now, if there was a definite law being violated that the sheriff or the director of public safety, I don't know what they did. I don't care. I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
if you saw it, yeah. Mark Ashley Price, greetings from Wayne County. He's in the chat on Facebook. Good to see you, bud.
Don't have to worry about Mark Ashley Price not voting for Republicans.
No, I'm not.
He is not voting for Anthony Hudson, and he is not joining the U.S. Taxpayer Party. Are you, Mark?
He says, I'm not sure if I would go to state convention only because the only thing that they are going to do is just confirm. Oh, he's just talking about the state convention.
I will talk about that, though. Yeah. State convention is Saturday.
Yep.
In Mount Pleasant at the Soaring Eagle.
It's nice up there.
I'll be driving up early Saturday. I don't go the night before and party like I used to.
No.
So me and Todd will be driving up.
Oh, that'd be a good time.
Mark has a good point. So Jackson County, for example, we could send 40 people as delegates to the state convention. We're only sending 36 or 37.
That's still a pretty good number.
And we're not sending any alternates. So the last one was an endorsement convention in February.
Yeah.
We had the 40 delegates and 4 or 5 alternates.
Yeah. But that was when you chose Secretary of State and AG, right?
Some people are asking, well, why were the numbers so low? Because it's already been determined.
Yeah.
All right. This convention, all we're going to do, we chose Doug Lloyd, Anthony Ferlini, and the other candidates for lower ballot, state board education, all that. We chose them in an endorsement convention in February. By law, we have to confirm them at this convention, and we also then have to vote for our lieutenant governor pick, but we checked that out last time on this show. Whoever the governor candidate picks for a lieutenant governor, that's never been overturned.
It's never been overturned.
Ever overturned.
Has the AG or the SOS candidate?
So, Kevin, this is the first time we've done an endorsement convention.
Okay.
We did that on purpose so that we can determine who our candidates are so they can start campaigning early. We normally determine who our AG and SOS candidates are at this convention.
Oh, so the previous convention never existed before.
Never existed before. By law, we have to confirm that. The only way that those several other candidates, SOS, AG on down, can be overturned from that endorsement convention is with a 2/3 vote of the body of the delegates at state convention. It's not going to get overturned.
Yeah, no.
Doug Lloyd is our candidate for AG. There probably is some factions out there that wish they could overturn it and insert Kiepski, for example, or vice versa, whatever.
Yeah.
I doubt there's going to be an attempt because they know they don't have the votes to do it.
Yeah.
And but that is the reason, in my opinion, just like Mark.
By the way,
why waste your time and go to the state convention when it's already determined?
He just said as well, you are right, Mr. Chair. I am voting straight ticket for the Republican Party. I'm a hardcore Republican. We know, Mark.
There's no there's no variation there with Mark. We know he's solid.
Yeah,
there.
hey, there's a.
So
It's like you. If you voted Democrat, I'd probably I'd lose a bet, but I would put good money that you weren't gonna vote that way. But
yeah, Mark doesn't miss a beat. He doesn't miss a podcast either.
no, he's always here. We
He's
appreciate
on
that.
the Right Side
Yep.
podcast. He's on Rescue Michigan.
Yeah, I've seen him in a couple of other ones.
I'm
Yeah,
glad he's there. We
appreciate it.
Appreciate the viewership.
Definitely.
But that was the topics I was going to talk about. U.S. taxpayer.
Yeah.
Yeah, they exist. There's a Jackson chapter. So if you so wish, Anthony Hudson, and then Dearborn. And I think the rest of the stuff is just some announcements I need to make of the GOP.
I don't have anything other than I put the in the chat, I put the Prisoner Painter link. Check us out or check me out on Wednesday.
Jump on the Prisoner Painter podcast. You can find them on a ton of platforms.
Yeah, I put the YouTube up.
Two episodes
I'll put it
ago. So I think over the weekend he did Stormy McGee for district court. The Jackson GOP has not endorsed Stormy. We endorsed her opponent, Jared Hopkins, but I did not watch that interview because I don't care.
I haven't seen it.
But the week prior, 2 weeks ago, so 2 shows ago, I don't know, he had Nicole Hughes on there.
Yeah, I noticed that. He's also had he's John Wilson on there.
Oh yeah, he's had all of them people. Check this out. So I know Nicole a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, just met her.
Yeah.
I know her a little bit, and I know she's a wonderful person. And I think she's a great district court judge as far as judges go, and she's hopefully will continue to be a great district court judge.
From what I can see, yes.
But whatever it is with Nathan and Katie, his wife, they have a way of getting a judge to open up.
That's crazy.
And talk a little bit about personal to where it was somewhat on the emotional side.
Yeah.
But you got to see the human side of a sitting judge.
And that's a talent that they have. I don't know if it's his wife or if it's Nathan. But I've seen that a few of the episodes.
It's fascinating.
Yeah, they're friendly people, I guess.
They are. But then it's lighthearted. What kind of cereal do you like?
Yeah, I love cereal.
Like that. You just get to know them. They'll put these candidates on, not even talking about politics.
Yeah.
So you get to know them at a different level.
Yeah.
So I appreciate Nathan for doing that. But check out the Nicole Hughes.
Yeah, definitely. And check us out Wednesday. Check it out Wednesday.
Skip the Stormy McGee one.
I didn't know who that was. I just thought it was a funny name. It is a very funny name. It sounds made up. Like someone's like, "Hey, what's your name?" And you're like, "Stormy McGee."
I heard that there's a Stormy running for district court. I thought,
no way.
Trump Stormy? The Stormy.
Oh, I was thinking the weird Stormy from Center.
Okay, but remember the Stormy.
Oh yeah, Stormy McDaniels.
Yeah, the porn star.
The porn star. Ex-porn star. Former porn star.
Right. She's old now.
You're never
she's old now and she's running for district court judge.
They're like Marines.
This Stormy's kind of on the younger side.
Yeah.
Your age, maybe a little older. Not bad looking, she's probably cool.
Yeah.
But we've endorsed Jared Hopkins.
Yeah.
There's two.
We've interviewed Jared Hopkins on the show.
Yes, we have. There's 2 district court judge positions up on the November ballot. They're separate. One is Nicole Hughes against George Lyons.
Yeah.
You have to vote for Nicole Hughes.
Yeah.
You can't vote
George
for
Lyons
George.
a little left.
If you need a good defense attorney, maybe George is your guy.
Yeah, he's probably expensive.
I don't know.
I bet she's not cheap.
And then in the other district court race is Stormy McGee and Jared Hopkins. We have endorsed.
I can't take that name
Jared.
serious.
I like Jared.
Yeah, I can't.
He's like a guy's guy,
Yeah, I liked him. But when we, I mean, I love Kelsey, but when we interviewed him for president, I was like, okay.
So, anyways, but you can get that information on the Jackson GOP voter guide. The voter guide is out, ladies and gentlemen. You can find it on jacksongop.org, or you can stop by the Jackson GOP headquarters and pick up a hard copy if you want. You can take it into the voting booth with you.
Yeah.
And yes, you can go in there and vote straight ticket Republican and take, our nominees. But what it doesn't do, it doesn't vote. You have to flip it over and vote for the nonpartisan
Flip the ballot.
races. So
Yep.
if you live in the city of Jackson, for mayor, we've endorsed John Wilson.
Yes, of course.
If
Well,
you live in Jackson County, 2 district courthouse races, Jared Hopkins and Nicole Hughes.
I noticed Nicole Hughes, I don't know if she got permission to just put it up, but it has some of the best real estate for her sign on the corner of Michigan Ave and Cooper right here.
That's Jimmy.
Over
By the way,
at the Holdless building.
Oh, really?
Right there in the corner.
I'm sure she just hired Jimmy.
Oh, yeah, well, Jimmy's Jimmy, but he's good at what he does.
I had a deal with Jimmy a couple of times this weekend over Nicole and hook him up with signs. But Jimmy's helpful. I had an old timer call out of Brooklyn. Hey, I need Mike Rogers signs and John James signs. And I said, hey, I got the person. I called Jimmy because he's working for Nicole. I told the guy, I said, hey, can you include a Judge Hughes sign?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, bring me what you can. And so I called Jimmy. Jimmy, of course, working for Nicole Hughes, runs down there, puts in her sign and all the other candidates.
Okay.
So that's how Jimmy rolls.
No, yeah, heck yeah. Like, I've never seen a political sign.
I didn't have to drive to Brooklyn that way.
Right. I've never seen a political sign on that corner. So I was like, something happened where, like, that's prime real. I would say that's the busiest intersection.
See that one. I'll take a picture of that.
Yeah, busiest intersection in Jackson.
I would have to think so.
And every bit of train passengers see it, which that lot was full this weekend.
Oh, wow.
I don't know why. There's a bunch of old people on a train. Literally, I watched them all come in.
People ride the train.
I know, especially holiday weekends.
Oh, yeah.
You'll see that basically full.
I remember years ago, Adam, the stepson Adam, used to ride the train to go see his dad.
I've considered taking it to Chicago a few times.
I'd go with you. Let's do that.
You can take a cooler beer.
Let's go to Chicago.
Let's do
you
that.
And I.
Okay, let's
Spend
go.
The day, come
let's
back.
plan. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. You go. It's a couple hours. You get there. Hang out in
Chicago since I was a teenager.
You want to know the best thing I love about Chicago? Portillo's hot dogs.
Let's go there.
Let's go get a real Chicago dog.
We'll get a hot dog. Eat a hot dog.
Yep. Look at a T-Rex or something.
Right. Jump back on the train.
Whatever. Go see the world's biggest McDonald's.
We gotta go through these before I.
Yeah. That's good.
My pants.
Yeah, I gotta do that too.
Put the glasses on.
Yes, put the glasses on. Spectacles.
Under the Oaks podcast. Check it out. Last month is with Kelsey Guernsey.
Yeah, it was a great episode.
I don't know who the guest is going to be this month. I'll figure it out. And I don't know who the co-host is.
We'll figure
that out. But that should land on the last Wednesday of every month. August 20th, just Thursday. Doors open at 5. Under the Oaks Speaker Series with Brian Pennebecker, who is the founder of Auto Workers for Trump.
Yes.
He is the cool little dude with the cool mustache that is always on the stage with Trump when he comes to Michigan. He is going to be here.
There he is.
To talk about what he's done and promote his book.
Yeah.
So it's $12, jacksongop.org. We'll give you some pizza and some beverage, and we'll get to hang out with Brian Pennebecker.
Yes.
PD precinct delegate. Okay, I had to write some line. August 19th. It's Wednesday. Just announced poll challenger training right here at the Jackson GOP headquarters. That is at 5 o'clock. Michigan GOP is coming here to train poll challengers. If you want to be a poll challenger, come on up here and check that out. That is not on the website.
No, it's not.
Precinct delegate boot camp is also not on the website. So if you're a Jackson County precinct delegate, August 31st, right here at 7 o'clock in the Jackson GOP headquarters, we're going to do some training for our precinct delegates that were just elected. Golf outing.
That is on the website.
It's on the website. We need teams. We have sponsorships. We can take some more, but we need some teams for our tee off in remembrance of 9/11, the Jackson GOP golf outing. Endorsements. We talked about them. The voter guide. Step up here and pick it up. It's also on the website. And Kevin, I can't hold it anymore.
All right, you go ahead. I'll finish it up. Ooh. See, normally that's me that has to do that. But guys, thanks for watching today. Again, check me out on Wednesday for the Prisoner to Painter podcast. Let me pull that up, and I will drop the link in the chat one more time. I'm going to be on the show. Pops was on the show a while back, so go check that out. It's great show anyway. I want to thank everybody for hanging out. If you're a Grandma's Boy podcast fan, I'll see you at 6:00. At least I plan on it. As long as everything goes well. Anyways, we're out of here for the day, guys. We'll see you next week right here on the Stick to the Plan podcast. And we'll see you later. What do you think? I concur. Political climate.